What's up, guys? You're back with Sam and Mindy. This is Disabled and Polly, formerly known as Vlogging with Disabilities. And we actually weren't even going to make this video, but this honestly is something that's really been irritating the crap out of me lately. And before I get into the content of the video, I want to be absolutely clear that I unequivocally, without reservation, respect women. I am not talking down to women. And like I said, I hold the utmost respect for women. And I am also going to be very vulgar in this video. But it is to make a point.
With that being said, I will say that as part of Disabled and Polly, if this had anything to do against, about being anti-woman or any of that, trust and believe, there'd be 2 women in this household ready, willing, and able to kick his ass.
But as most of you know, that I deal with pain all the time, and for the last couple of days I've been laid up in bed in pain. And when I do that, I'm on my phone, I'm cruising the old interwebs, I'm cruising on YouTube. And, this morning I was doing the same thing as I was waking up, trying to see if I would be able to physically be up for the day. And I happened to stumble across the video that inspired the making of this video, and I'm not going to post the video per fair use. But the name of the video is "Man is Sued for Rape for Saving a Woman's Life." Or no, sorry, I stand corrected. The name of the video is "Feminist Sues Man for Rape for Saving Her Life." And it's a conversational type video. The guy that's actually doing the talking points in the video is actually just sitting there playing a video game, and the video game is what you see in the video aside from the excerpts from this feminist's video and article. But the basic gist of this is, this feminist woman went swimming at a lake. And from what I gathered, she dove from a small cliff into the lake. Well, as she dove into the lake, she hit a rock and passed out. And a good Samaritan, who happened to be a male, pulled her out of the lake and began to resuscitate her. Well, she sued him for pulling her out of the lake because she said she did not consent to being pulled out of the lake and resuscitated. What the fuck is your problem, lady? You would have just died. So yeah, I can't wrap my head around behavior like that. And that brings me to, what the title of this video is going to be. The Good Samaritan is gone, and this is why. You know, that guy wasn't trying to bone her underwater. What the fuck? You know, these feminist fucking snowflakes say they don't want to be objectified. Then stop going around in tight-ass shirts with your double D tits without a bra that say baby across your goddamn chest. That are 2 sizes too fucking small. Now, I'm not saying a woman cannot be sexy. I'm not saying a woman has to go the route of wearing a fucking burqa or, you know, being a fashion statement for the Amish. No. But be responsible and don't cry rape if a guy glances your way, for fuck's sakes. And another thing that really bothers me about these feminist fucking snowflakes, they want to scream gender equality and sexual equality? Fucking really? I want to take you back to 1989. Nah, let me take you back to 1990. I was about 4 years old. It was just after my cerebral palsy diagnosis. I was just headed into preschool. And I ended up making a very good friend in said preschool at the time. I'm not going to mention this person's name. But keep in mind, my father at the time was a single father. My mother wanted nothing to do with me. She still wants nothing to do with me. But my dad was a single father and the primary income in our household. He was denied food stamps, disability, and Medicaid for me because they claimed he made too much money. Now, I told you about the best friend that I had in preschool. She had the same disability that I did. Her mother was a single mother, making about twice what my father was. She also had less expenses than what my father did. However, at the time, she was given an exorbitant amount of food stamps. She was given full disability for her child. She was also given full Medicaid for said child. And my dad brought this up to our caseworker, and our caseworker point blank told him that it was because she was a woman, and women have it harder. Excuse me? Fucking baking powder? I needed a custom chair, a custom fitted chair. I needed an, at the time, untold amount of specialized medical procedures. And, oh yeah, I needed constant physical therapy. And my father was the primary breadwinner and making less than the other parent. Not even Evel Knievel could make that fucking leap. What the fuck, people? You know, I have 2 wives. No, neither one of us are legally married yet. You guys know that, especially if you watched the previous video. Now, as the man of the household, I feel it is my responsibility to take care of them. I don't do it because I don't think they can't take care of themselves. I do it because I wanted them in my life. I love them very much. I don't do it because I think they're incapable. Now, with that being said, I will say that it is a physical fact. And this brings up another point of sexual equality in the workplace. I'm sorry, ladies, there's just some jobs you can't do because it's a physical fact. Men are stronger than women physically. Can't get around that. Yes, women can birth a child. More power to you. But I would love to see a woman pick up a 300-pound steel beam. Not gonna happen. I would love to see a woman weld steel beam while holding said steel beam. Not gonna happen. A woman cannot physically do that. Now, I'm not saying a woman cannot weld. I'm saying a woman cannot physically handle that amount of weight. Now, as to what I said about taking care of Mindy and Annette, I don't take care of them because I don't think they can take care of themselves. I take care of them because I want to, and I feel it is my responsibility because I want them in my lives. But we also do it 50-50. Mindy takes care of the rent. I pay all the other bills. You know, and that's lazy ass is in the hospital right now. I'm just kidding. But no, it's a 50-50. This feminist crap needs to go out the goddamn window. Stop crying rape every time a guy looks fucking cross-eyed at you. Stop claiming you don't want to be objectified, but yet you walk down the street looking like a goddamn stripper. In fucking hooker heels and fucking visible fucking thongs. I'm not saying don't wear a thong. But don't get all bent out of shape if you have that thong in view and a guy takes and does one of these numbers as he's walking by. He didn't rape you. He doesn't want you naked. He doesn't want to fuck you. Pull your snowflake heads out of your ass and grow the fuck up. What?
Just waiting.
Say what you want to say.
There's a lot I want to say, so I'm going to wait till you're finished. Now, as for the first point that was made in this video about this woman being so happy because she felt she had been violated by this guy who saved her life by pulling her out of the water when she was unconscious just because she didn't give consent. That would be like me as a diabetic. You know, sometimes my sugars don't cooperate and I will pass out. It's happened. You can ask him.
Mm-hmm.
As a diabetic, when I pass out and I'm unconscious, that would be like me being so happy that he shoved a candy bar down my throat without asking me first.
Let me bring something else up. Because if I were to take the route of these fucking snowflakes, you'd probably be in jail for assault right now.
Mm-hmm. Because when my blood sugar gets that low and I pass out or am completely unaware of what's going on, I do become physically violent. And I have physically hurt him more than once.
She's broke my nose 4 times.
In fact, I've been told that I actually choked him out once while I was in one of these diabetic issues. It took 4 people to get my hands off of his throat.
Yeah, almost bit my finger off.
Almost bit his damn thumb off.
And no, I'm not exaggerating.
While he was trying to shove a candy bar in my throat.
No, I'm not exaggerating. She almost bit my thumb the fuck off. But, I knew it was her sugar.
He wasn't trying to
I didn't
hurt
even
me.
call the cops.
By this same bullshit feminazi logic. I went to an outdoor concert with Sam a couple of years ago. Happened to be 3 doors down. And it was the middle of summer. Middle of summer here in Pennsylvania. The humidity here gets nuts. I just happened to be wearing a sports bra underneath my t-shirt. It was too hot for me, so I took off the t-shirt. Kept the sports bra on. During one of the songs, I started bawling. Brad, the lead singer from 3 Doors Down, noticed. He jumped the stage, jumped 2 barriers, came and serenaded me. Held my hand and serenaded me. After he'd finished the song, he gave me a hug. By this feminazi bullshit logic, I should have sued him for grabbing my hand or giving me a hug without my permission. But I didn't. I was just... When Sam shoves a candy bar down my throat because I'm unconscious or too out of it to understand what's going on, because my blood sugar has dropped that bad, I don't become some sue-happy feminazi bitch. I'm just grateful to be fucking alive. Okay? Now, that is not to say that if I'm at an outdoor concert in nothing but a sports bra and pants that come down to my knees, at the very least, that if some dude gets touchy-feely happy with me and I tell him to back the fuck off and he doesn't listen, that I'm not gonna fill his face full of fucking pepper spray. Because you best believe I will. Because I have made it perfectly clear that this dude's advances are not okay. And he hasn't listened. Sometimes that is the only way to make a guy listen. Same can be said if you switch roles. If a chick did that to him and she wasn't listening when he said back off, he has every right to clock her.
I won't, because I was raised you don't hit a woman, but
he may ask to use my pepper spray just to get her the hell off of him when she won't listen, when he's verbally saying, get off of me.
And, by that same token, and I'm not going to get into the circumstances of what happened, because I've moved past it now. You know, there was a point in my life where something happened to me and nobody stopped, and it happened in the middle of the road, and nobody stopped because they were afraid of getting sued. I could have died because nobody stopped. Thankfully, I didn't. But it's because of all this political, feminazi, snowflake, sue-happy bullshit that the Good Samaritans are gone. This shit needs to stop.
You know? A guy walks by me and says, you know, and notices that I'm in a sports bra because it's summer and it's hot as hell outside, and says, "You look really nice." "Oh, thanks." Ladies, before you get all weird, admit it. You do the same damn thing to fellas. They're walking around outside without a t-shirt on. You check them out as they walk by. So don't go there.
Yeah, this shit needs to stop. It's why the Good Samaritans are gone. It's why this world is fucked up.
You know? And as Sam said, our relationship between the three of us is 50-50. Sure, Sam takes care of the money situation. But, for example, I'll give you an example. Me and Annette both know that he is deathly allergic to fish. So, yeah, sure, he makes sure all the bills are paid. I am an absolute nut job about checking food labels to make sure, oh, does this have fish in it? Can Sam eat it without dying on me? That's how we help each other. Get it together, America.
You know, we have become a nation of idiots. And the video that I brought up in the beginning of this video proves that. I can't even call her a woman because she's not a real woman.
It's female.
Is an idiot. She would have died. Had this man not acted. She's bitching because she was saved to bitch.
You know, like I said, I'm diabetic, and sometimes my blood sugar falls to the point where I'm unaware of what's going on. I'm unconscious and cannot fix the situation myself. Sam steps in, brings me out of it. Do you think I'm thinking about the fact that he did that without asking permission first? Absolutely not. The only thing that crosses my mind is the fact that I'm grateful to still be alive.
And just as a point of perspective, I've had a police officer say that I could charge her with assault. But I'm not going to do that. She didn't know what she was doing. So, like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Wake up. We need to get back to the way things used to be. To where people actually gave a damn about each other. Instead of needing a safe space. I need a safe space from you fucking Democrats.
Oh, you snowflakes. Come on, grow a set and let them draw. Jeez.
But that was all I had to say on this. I don't know if Mindy has anything else she wants to say.
No.
But with that being said, love you guys. Peace.